get started with RiverBendSurvival again. I'm here today to make a video introducing the next series that I'm getting ready to start. This is one that I promised a while ago. I just got delayed by other things and got sidetracked. This will be the bare bones basic bushcrafting series. I've been asked by a lot of people to do this, and I had said that I would do it on an earlier video when I was talking about kit mentality and such. Now I'm going to get down to it finally. What I have on this table in front of me will be the kit that I will be using for all of these videos. It's important that I explain this right off the get-go. This series is for entry-level bushcraft people. People that are thinking about getting into bushcrafting, people that are interested in it, or people that have just gotten into it. A lot, and I mean a lot, of this information will be old information to the majority of my viewers, and that's fine. One of the things that I decided to do, I'm not going to call this a $50 bushcraft kit or anything like that, but what I did decide to do is it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me to do a video series for entry level and then use hundreds of dollars worth of equipment. It never set quite right with me when somebody does a beginning bushcraft video and they pull out a $200 stove or they grab a $300 knife. I wouldn't recommend to anybody, and I never have, to go out and spend a lot of money on something if you don't know that you're going to like it. If you start with the just bare basic simple stuff, and this actually has extras in it, you can easily get going for under $50. I'll go over the kit real quick. I'll move the camera up to do that. This is not about the kit. Please don't write comments about I need to add this, I need to add that, I need to take this off, I need to take that off. This kit was put together on the basis of everything that I feel that I should teach people or show people that are just getting into bushcraft or thinking about it, for them to practice in their backyard, for them to practice at their local parks. All those skill sets can be accomplished with what's on this table. Now, there is one caveat to this. I spent $42.69 on this kit. There are a couple of things that are not included in that price, and those are what I call consumables. Consumables are going to be any kind of food you're going to take out with you, duct tape, string, cord, rope, because you're going to use it up, and a first aid kit, because my first aid kit is just bandages and some ointment and aspirin, those kind of things. If I get a headache out there, I take an aspirin. If I cut my finger, I put a Band-Aid on it. That's just consumables. To me, it's no different than somebody doing this as a hobby or somebody that plays golf. If you play golf, you're going to buy tees, you're going to buy balls, you're going to buy different things, you're going to buy drinks on the course. So those consumables I don't count in the $42.69. I will go over real quick how I came up with that number. I hope you can see everything on the table here, but like I said, I will get closer views and just do real short little bits about what each thing is. This is the bag. This is the East German day sack, rucksack I think is what it's called. I happen to get mine out of Cheaper Than Dirt, and I did some videos on it, $3.19. This tarp is a Walmart tarp, 8x10. It just happens to be camouflaged. It cost me $8. Two 55-gallon drum liners, 50 cents. This flashlight is something that I just got it. I was looking for an El Cheapo flashlight, and this is made by Craftsman. It's an LED flashlight. It's pretty bright, as you can see. It has 6 LEDs on it, and the reason I got it is it uses AAA batteries, and it has this clip on the back. I'll get more into it when I show it closer. A bandana, that's $1. My fire kit will be made out of a Altoids tin, and I'll go over that real quick. The total cost of everything here is $7. Now here's the part that a lot of people are going to find interesting. The knife was $4, and I'll go over the knife here in a second. I bought a package of bungee cords. There's 6 of them in here. And that was one of the bigger costs of the kit actually, and that was $6. The stainless steel pot was 50 cents. The stainless steel bottle was $1.50. All total for everything on this table, with the exception of these consumables back here, $42.69. Let me get the camera reset, and then I'll show you exactly what's going to be used for this series of videos. Okay, we'll start with the bag. This is the rucksack that I've already done a couple of videos on. I took them and made them for my bike, and I gave some away at the spring meetup. I intentionally kept this one because I had this idea to do this series this way. One thing that I did do, 2 things that I did do, on the back here where these clips always come undone on the bottom down here, I went ahead and pushed those in with a pair of pliers so that this doesn't come off anymore. And it had 3 extra straps. These extra straps here were attached to this strap up here. I have no idea what they were for. They were for some part of a system. And then there was an extra strap right here that hung in the back. I have no idea what that was for. So I cut these 3 off. They serve no purpose without the whole system, and I'm never going to get the whole system. So I got rid of those 3 extra clips, straps. And like I said, that was $3.19. This bag is waterproof. It has a solid flap on it. This happens to be one of them. Let me get it open here. It's got good steel buckles on it. This happens to be one of them that has the waterproof liner that comes out of it. So this bag is completely waterproof, bulletproof, bomb-proof. It's good to go. Okay, while we're talking about the bag, the next item I got was a Walmart tarp. Like I said, it just happens to be camouflage. It's one of those cheap $8 tarps. I love these things. And as part of this, the reason I bought the bungee cords, which was kind of expensive for this kind of budget, and these cost $6 for 6 16-inch bungee cords, and I'm going to keep them with me. I'm going to keep them in this container just because it's a good container, is because I shortened 2 of them up. I just tied a knot in them and cut it off where I wanted it at, because now with the way this bag is set up here, you can see this clip down here that I was just talking about that I smashed so it wouldn't come undone, and it's got these D-rings up here. So to carry my tarp, all I have to do is hook a bungee on each side, set my tarp there, bring the bungees around, and hook them on these D-rings up here. That's not going anywhere. Now my tarp is attached to my bag, out of the way and good to go. The next item, I don't know if I said at the beginning, it is a reusable space blanket. It's one of those with the good heavy duty blue liner on it. It's got grommets around it. I almost didn't put this in there, and to tell the 100% truth, the reason I did put it in there is because I know with these videos coming up I'll have to be doing a lot of kneeling and sitting on the ground for a lot of these projects. And to be honest with you, I just wanted something comfortable to keep the mud and stuff off, because we're flooding here in Texas, it seems like forever. But these have a great use for shelters, for obviously for keeping warm. So this will come in really handy, but this is what I would consider an extra. But it was only $6, so it got added to the kit. I'm going to cover the next couple of items in a series here in a row. This is just a plain 100% cotton bandana. These have so many uses, and like I said, this will all be gone over in the series. But these are $1 a piece. I think they're 85 cents a piece, something like that. I happen to keep this one. I'm going to keep this one in this plastic bag because it's also part of my first aid kit. Let me do that real quick. The first aid kit that I'm carrying here isn't much more than what I carry in my normal first aid kit. And you'll see I'm keeping everything in Ziploc bags, once again to keep down cost. I can always transfer it to these kind of bags, but that would have brought the cost up over the $50 I want to keep it under. In real life, I would probably recommend going ahead and spending a couple extra bucks and getting real bags, but these are waterproof and they'll keep everything the way they are. I just have the Walgreens generic triple antibiotic ointment. I have Rolaids, I have aspirin, and I have Advil. And let me, this is kind of an important detail here. If you're going to take the medication out of the bottles and put it into bags, make sure to take the label with it. There. Take the label with it and put it inside the bag. Writing gets rubbed off the outsides. It's so important because other people that may need to use your first aid kit for you or for themselves would have no way of knowing what's in there with a lot of the medications. Now, the Advil happens to say Advil on it, but the aspirin does not. I have a tube of chapstick, obvious reasons. I live in a super hot, sunny area, and on top of that, it's a good fire starter and some other things. I need to quit saying what it's all for because we'll go over that. I carry a little piece of moleskin, and in that moleskin, I stick a needle. That way it doesn't poke the bag or anything like that, and the needle is important for my first aid kit. I gotta quit sticking everything in the same bag. And then I just carry 4 little alcohol wipes. They're generic HEB brand alcohol wipes. And I carry 3 Band-Aids. Just, you get a nick on a finger or get a thorn, we'll go over it later. Now, that takes care of my first aid kit and the bandana. The next thing that I will be carrying is a generic Coleman rain poncho. These ponchos I think are $1.55. I'm pretty sure they're $1.55 is what they cost. And then I will be carrying a bag that has 2 55-gallon drum liners in it. These are 50 cents. And so many uses. Of course, we'll go over all that in the series as we go. Okay, the next item is the flashlight. I started talking about it earlier. This is made by Craftsman. They call it a mini work light. It just uses 3 AAA batteries. It's bright. It does not, of course, project out. It doesn't have a focus beam on it. I don't think that's too important. But what I did like about it is it's got this heavy-duty clip on the back. Now, I know it's plastic, but for plastic, it's heavy-duty. So, you know, most of us prefer to wear a headlamp because it keeps your hands free. I'm of the opinion here that if you're hiking at night, you can just hook this right on your strap of your pack. You can hook it on the bill of your hat, or actually on the side of your hat. You can use it around the camp. I think this is going to work out fine. I have no idea about durability. It was $4.50 at Kmart. So I'm sorry, it was a little over $4.50. I rounded it up to $5. And then just some extra batteries for it. The next item is my cook kit. Now then, this spoon just came out of our silverware drawer. It's just an extra spoon we had left over from an old set of silverware. This fork, I have no idea what this is. It looks like maybe something for some sort of hors d'oeuvre or some crap like that. We have like 6 of them. Obviously from the pattern on it, I know our silverware. It came from an old set. These cost me nothing. This is just stuff I had in the drawer. This pot came from a resale shop. It's stainless steel and it was 50 cents. It's not the greatest pot in the world. You can see from the bottom here it's never been used. It did not have a lid on it. It's got a good sturdy bail on it. I'm imagining it came out of one of those little like Boy Scout type cook kits or something like that. But this was actually a really good find, especially for a kit like this. So when I got home with it, all I did was take a piece of scrap stainless that I have, marked out the pot, extended the line out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. Extended the line out a little bit, and then I just took my tin nips and just snipped it all the way around, bent it over. Y'all seen me make lids like this before. It looks like it's sharp and jagged, but it's not. I mean, I'm really rubbing my fingers hard on there. It's not. I think it's just dumb luck. But it makes a very good top for this. Now I have a pot and a lid, stainless steel both pieces, for 50 cents. Add in an extra spoon and a fork. It could have been a regular fork. I just grabbed these because we don't ever use them for anything. Add in a spoon and a fork. I have my cook kit here for 50 cents. Water bottle that I'm going to be using. This actually came from a Office Max. It was going out of business 2 weeks ago, something like that, and they were selling everything off inside. It was $1.50. I just sprayed the outside with the heat-proof paint. No reason to do it. I just like it. It looks good, and I always have that stuff around for grills and water bottles and cook sets. But it's $1.50 on sale. It was $1.50 stainless steel water bottle. Plastic lid with an O-ring. It came with this little carabiner on it. And that will be my water bottle to go with my cook kit and just to drink water out of. The next piece of gear is going to be the knife that I'm going to be using for this. I of course have much better knives than this, but in sticking with the beginner phase of it, I had this knife. My very good friend Sid gave it to me, and he told me that he paid $1 for it. It came with a kit, a bunch of other knives, like one of those 50 knives for $50 or whatever it is. It's called a Trophy Hunter. It's made in China. It does not say what kind of metal it is. It's obviously stainless steel. It has a 3/4 inch tang that goes back here. I can tell you that because I can bend the handle and I can feel where it's at. It's right there. It has a really good grip actually, and it's very comfortable. It's the right size. It is stainless steel, and it's just a standard little 4 1/4 inch blade. Total length is 9 inches. L Super Cheapo nylon sheath with Velcro closure. I will be honest with you, I did sit down for an hour or so on my stones, and I sharpened this up so that the blade's workable. But I think it'll be just fine for this series because, like I said, this series is not about the kit, it's about what the task involved. And I will show in this series that with a $4 knife, you can do everything that you need to in bushcrafting. The last part of this is my fire kit of the non-consumables. I'm sorry, we already talked about the bungee cord, so I'll just move that over there. The last part of the non-consumables is going to be my fire kit. The only real cost of this was the fire steel. This came from Academy, and these are like $6 a piece, so round it up a little bit with some of the other things that are in here. The Ranger band, of course, is made out of a bicycle inner tube that I always have those and cut them up with Ranger bands. The Altoid tin is trash. Inside I have a Bic lighter, brand new. I have a couple of old birthday candles, 2 of them, some matches, and the striker. I have 3 of and these are consumables. I have 3 of the fire starters that I make. Of course, there's a video on these. And I will turn this in as one of the videos and show how to make char cloth and how to set up your tin so the hole's not in it or anything. But what I do for that is old cotton clothing that we're going to get rid of. This is off of one of my wife's dresses that she got rid of. And I, for one, love to use blue jeans. Old pair of blue jeans, the knees ripped out of or the pockets ripped off or whatever. I cut these up in little squares and use these for char cloth too. I love denim. The reason being, yes, it's a little bit harder to get started, but once it gets going, it burns so much longer and so much hotter than the little thin pieces. And of course all this will fit better once that's turned into char cloth instead of being full-size material, but it still goes in there and closes. Like I said, I will do a video on getting the fire kit set up and ready to go. But for a complete fire kit, for call it $7, add in the lighter to the fire steel, I'm at $7 for the fire kit. Okay, let's talk about the consumables. Ignoring food, that's a given. If I'm going to take food with me, or you're going to take food with you when you do these things, that's something you're just going to have to pack each time. I will be taking cord with me. This happens to be bank line, 350-pound test bank line, 525 feet of it. My medical kit that I already told you about, my first aid kit, and Gorilla tape, duct tape. This is probably this is close to a whole roll. It's those little short, smaller ones. Sometimes you'll see bank line in here, sometimes you'll see paracord, sometimes you'll see jute twine. There'll be jute in the fire kit too, most likely. I'm not sure on that yet. I may add a tinder bag to keep tinder in, but I don't know yet. But you'll see different types of line, ropes, cords going in and out. That's all consumable. It gets used up, so it gets restocked. One of the things that I just discovered as I was packing this kit up for the closing shot, this container that I told you about, that the bungee cords came in. Because I'm not carrying a bunch of extra little bags to sort stuff out in like I would normally do, here's the bag, or the container with the 4 extra bungee, or the 4 bungee cords in it. Inside of that, I slide my spoon, my fork, my fire steel, my flashlight, and the extra batteries. All go inside this container with the 4 extra bungee cords, and it's a pretty watertight container to keep it all in, and it makes it super compact. Okay, here's the kit all packed up. I just went and weighed the kit with everything minus the water. We're at 5.25 pounds. That's everything that I need for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. I can go longer than that with it if need be. But for the point of this video series, this is all it needs to be. Please keep in mind, this video series is not about the kit. This video series is about accomplishing the task and owning that skill set. Everything in this kit was put in here for a reason. It's been a while in the making because I've had to think about it and lay different things out on the table and think about how I want to approach this series. The point of it is just to show entry-level people or people that are just thinking about getting into it, how much fun it is, how simple it is, that it's not complicated. It's just a matter of learning the skills and then performing the skills. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun making this series. It's quite possible I have more fun making this series than you will watching it. By necessity, some of these videos may be a little long, and also by necessity there's probably going to be 1 or 2. I'm thinking off the top of my head about the one about what is fire, what causes fire. Those will probably be shot right here where I have a dry erase board. And earlier in the video you probably saw me glancing off to the side a lot. The dry erase board was set back there with the prices on it so I could get the prices right for the video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you enjoyed the series. From this point forward, with the exception of some that I'll have to do in the class, this is what you're going to see on my back when I'm doing this series. I will do an overnighter with it, I will do a weekend with it, and I'll probably wind up doing a 3-day weekend with nothing but this kit and whatever food I bring with me probably. Until then, get out in the dirt and have some fun. Thanks.